Hey YouTube, the Touchdown Podcast back now video for you guys today. And I want to go over the Dolphins-Cardinals game yesterday. And I know I'm wearing a Commanders hat. I am not a Commanders fan. I'm doing a Commanders franchise in Madden, so I bought a Commanders hat just for the hell of it. But I am not a Commanders fan, okay? I do like Jayden Daniels, and that's another reason why I got the hat, is a cheer for Jayden Daniels. But, of course, I'm a Fins fan, right? But what I want to go over is what happened yesterday. Because I'm not mad, but I'm disappointed. And the reason why I'm not mad is I'm always expecting disappointment from this Dolphins football team. I just am. Every year I get disappointed at some point in the season. It just is what it is. I want to go over that. I want to go over my disappointment. And the disappointment, I'll tell you right now, is not on offense. And it's not on Tua Tagovailoa. Tua played a great football game. I don't care. I get the missed snaps. Some of it was Tua not holding on the ball when it happened. The other part of it was just the center, having it's a bunch of different things. But the offense played a good game. Tua did everything he had to do. Even scrambled for like 20 yards and slid. I mean, he was doing things to win this football game. The defense was great in the first half. They sucked in the second half. They were pure ass cheeks in the second half. Just go ask Emmanuel Ogbah and he'll tell you. It was disappointment from the defense. We should have won this game. We should be 3-4, not 2-5. It pisses me off that happened. Okay, the defense. So Kyler Murray looked like God out there. I'm gonna be honest with you, he did. And I mean, Kyler Murray's a good quarterback, but he was playing like a top 5 QB, and he's not a top 5 QB. Okay, it just irritates me because I was talking about how good this defense was, and the defense is good. The defense is good. But they weren't good in the second half in that game yesterday. And we're sitting here at 2-5. I don't remember exactly how many passing yards Tua had, but I think he only threw like 5 or 6 incompletions. I mean, he was on fire. The offense was clicking, but the defense was abysmal in the second half. They were great in the first half. They were abysmal in the second half. And I mean, I don't know why. Like I really don't, because every time I thought the defense was gonna get a stop, they died. Okay. It was irritating. Weaver did not adjust at all in the second half. And I like Anthony Weaver. I think he's great, but you got to adjust. Especially against the Cardinals team that was, obviously, Kyler Murray was finding ways to get the ball down the field. You got to find a way to stop him. You got to find a way. I don't know what you have to do, but you got to find a way to stop him. And the players did not execute well. And Weaver didn't he didn't adjust. It's just disappointing. And the offense was good until that last drive. And even the last drive, they were good. They got a first down. Then after that first down at the 50-yard line or whatever, Miami Dallas just went conservative. Went to a screen pass or whatever, and nothing happened. And then we punted the ball, relying on the defense to get a stop, and of course they didn't, and that's why we lost the game. And I think we would have won this game if the offense would have stayed on the field, and if Miami Dallas would have allowed Tua to throw a deep bomb down the field, at least try to get something down the field so we could have won this game. He didn't allow Tua to do that. That was on Miami Dallas. But the rest of it was on Anthony Weaver, okay? And it needs to change, because we got Buffalo on the road this week. If we don't beat Buffalo this week, we're going to have to sell. What I mean by that is we're going to have to trade away Tyreek Hill. We're going to trade away the value players we got for draft picks. We're going to have to. And rebuild this thing up. Because right now, I don't see us having a true wide receiver one. And I love Tyreek Hill. I love Jalen Waddle. None of those guys are playing like receiver ones right now. I'll be honest with you. They're just not. They're both playing like slot receivers. You can't have 2 slot receivers on the field. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I don't know. I think we need to do something. I think Tyreek Hill has most value right now. And I know I want to retire a Dolphin. I do. But if we lose to Buffalo, there's no point in him playing for this team, because we're not going to win. If we go 2-6, season's over. We're one loss away from not even making the playoffs. But if we beat Buffalo, things could still look up, because Buffalo's schedule's tough. We beat Buffalo, they go down 4-3, we're 3-5. We find a way to beat the Rams and Raiders, go 5-5. I mean, I looked at the Bills' schedule last night. They got the Chiefs at home, I believe. I think they got the Niners on the road. Niners looked good against Dallas last night. I know it's Dallas, but I mean, they looked good, okay? The Lions, I think they play the Lions on the road. I don't see them beating the Lions. I think the Bills are good, but I don't think they're beating the Lions. Lions are dog-walking teams right now. And Kansas City's just not going to lose the game with Mahomes. Then I think they have the game, and then of course, they lose to Miami. I mean, they could end up with 7 losses. And that means we could end up winning this division. But Miami would have to pretty much win out and only lose like one game. I don't see Miami doing that. I think at this point the season's pretty much over. I'm still praying for the team to get hot, right? Seeing the Bengals, they were 1-5. I think they either went to the Super Bowl. They were 1-5, and it got hot late in the year. I want Miami to do that, but they don't got the team to do it right now. And it's not because they don't have the roster to do it, because they don't got the play calling to do it. Miami Daniels is questionable play calling wise. I know the offense was good yesterday. I've been saying that, but Miami Daniels play calling hurts us game in and game out. And if it doesn't change, he needs to go. I don't want him to go right now. I think Miami Daniels still has. I think next year he'll be on the hot seat. I don't think it's this year. I think we got to give him the rest of this year. The next year, I think he'll be on the hot seat. Chris Grier will be fired this offseason. If we don't make the playoffs this season, Chris Grier's fired. I think he is, and needs to be. It's just disappointing. I just want to talk to you guys about it. I'll have a video later this week going over the Dolphins-Bills game. I'm not expecting Miami to win. I'm not. I expect us to get destroyed, but I believe in this team. I'm praying that this team can figure it out and find a way to beat Buffalo on the road somehow and keep the season somewhat afloat, because I think if we were to beat Buffalo, we would be buyers at the deadline. Maybe make a trade, maybe make some trades that could impact this team to try and make a late push. Because Chris Grier, obviously, I don't see him wanting to trade anybody because he don't want to accept failure. Because he knows if he accepts failure, he's most likely fired, right? So I think he's going to want to be a buyer, but I think you would not be a buyer if you don't beat Buffalo. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. I'll talk a little bit more about that game later this week. But I just want to go over this Dolphins game. I'm irritated. I'm mad. It's frustrating as hell. Seattle got their ass kicked by Buffalo. I was hoping Seattle, if we would have lose, I was hoping Seattle was going to win, at least keep us close, but Seattle did not win. So it is what it is. Seattle got killed. It's just disappointing, man. Miami needs to figure it out, or the season's over, because, I mean, they're literally 2 losses away from the season just being done. I just don't see how you make the playoffs at 10-7. I mean, the AFC's not good, so maybe you can. The AFC doesn't look strong this year, so maybe there's a chance, but it's a very slim chance for me, in my opinion. The Dolphins just aren't a good football team right now, and I don't see them going in the direction of being good. We'll see. Maybe they surprise me, but they're not surprising me right now. This team is abysmal at this moment. But I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for always watching my videos. Subscribe, hit the like button. I'd usually be in a happier mood, but this team is just pissing me off every time I watch. So, well, hopefully next time you see me, I'll be a little bit happier, because I'll be going over that Dolphins-Bills game and telling you what probably is going to happen, but what could happen for Miami to win the game. We'll go over that later in the week. All right, guys? I love you guys as always. Fins up. Talk to you guys later. Go Fins. Even though they suck right now. We'll see what happens. And we definitely, next week when it hits trade deadline, we're definitely going to talk about it, all right? Peace and love, guys. I'm out. Go Fins.